Hey, good morning, everybody. James Coe here with you. Appreciate you guys jumping in with me. And if you guys got any fantasy questions, man, just throw them my way. But I just kind of sort of just jumping on here, gonna share some of my notes with you guys in regards to week three, man. We got a busy week three. It looks like Daryl Henderson's probably not gonna play. It sounds like Dalvin Cook is not gonna play either. Hopefully, if you're a Cook owner, a Dalvin Cook manager, you got yourself a little bit of Alexander Madison, man. So yeah, man, we're off and running here. How about Ryan Simmons asking, would you start Devin Singletary or Cordero Patterson? Um, Both of them are super high risk plays. I don't know, man. Like, there's something about watching Cordero Patterson with the ball in his hands, man, where I'm just kind of like, I get excited. I don't know. So maybe just off of pure enjoyment, I'm going to start Cordero Patterson. But and the other thing I will say about this too, the thing with Devin Singletary is like, how much touchdown upside does this man have, right? You know, Zach Moss is lurking. Josh Allen is always going to be lurking as well. So I'm a little bit worried there. And I think I actually think he's a little bit more volatile than Cordero Patterson. Both these guys are extremely volatile fantasy assets. So there you go, man. Yeah. So I don't know. That would be my takeaway on that, man. So yeah, again, if any of you guys have any fantasy questions, obviously throw them my way. I'm just taking a look at that Atlanta New York Giants game. It's on the road. It's in New York. I just kind of feel like with the two defenses, the way that they're set up, it's also going to be a pretty high scoring game. And actually, Vegas has it, kind of as I don't want to say a high scoring game. They've got it over under 48 points. Um, but they do think that the Giants are going to put up some numbers. You know what I mean? So Giants projected, 25 and a half points? That's not bad. That's pretty good. Atlanta's defense obviously struggling. They're going to be down one of their starting corners as well. AJ Terrell is out of there. So I don't know. If you've got, by the way, if you've got Danny Dimes, you talk about a great streamable start there. Danny Dimes is looking pretty good. Um, Pablo Gonzalez. Good morning, man. Good to see you. I have a dilemma in my RB2 and flex, Mike Davis, Madison, and Debo. Well, I don't think Dalvin Cook's going to play. He didn't practice all week. I think because of that, I think Alexander Madison's an absolute must start. And Debo's just been on fire, bro. Like, I don't know how you sit down Debo, just given the way the offense is looking. And Mike Davis, man, I don't know. We just talked about this Giants game. And again, I get it. Like he's the starter. But how do you watch that game? How do you watch the Falcons play and not think that Cordero Patterson just has way more juice and just way more the excitement level, a little bit more electricity in the legs in that run game when Cordero gets the ball. So for me, I think it's pretty clear. Like, you want to start Madison and you want to start Debo. So there you go. John Paul Manahan, Nyheim Hines, or Alexander Madison. This one's an interesting one because Nyheim Hines, I love Nyheim Hines. You guys know me. If you guys follow me at all, you know that I love me some Nyheim Hines. And he's got a great matchup against Tennessee, who I think has one of the worst defenses in the NFL. But Alexander Madison, I just don't know how you get away from that if he starts. Like, there's really nobody behind him. Like, that's the thing, right? Like, there's kind of sort of no one behind him. He's going to get work, and I think he's been pretty productive. I'm not saying he's been Dalvin Cook levels, but he's been pretty productive when he's had some opportunity. So I don't really know how you get away from playing Alexander Madison, man, in that spot. It's, by the way, taking on Seattle. You talk about point totals in a high scoring game. Vegas actually sees this as one of the two highest scoring games of the weekend with an over under of 56. And Minnesota projected to score, 27 points, which is a very, very high point total. So yeah, man, I'm all in on that Minnesota Vikings offense. And if you can get Alexander Madison, you're doing that all day long. So yeah. Although, can I just say this? I also put out a video, if you guys want to check it out on the YouTubes, about my favorite week 3 bets. And betting the under of this game actually got me a little excited, man. Because look, 56 points, I get it. Minnesota and Seattle's defense are both not not great, probably both a little bit below average. But you just think about the coaches involved in this one. Mike Zimmer, Pete Carroll, and both guys are going to try to establish that run. They're both going to try to get in there with their run game. I think especially with Seattle on the road, I think Pete Carroll would probably like to control that clock just a little bit more. So I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Chris Carson. I think we are going to see, even though Dalvin Cook not expected to play, I think we will see a heavy, kind of a heavy dose of Alexander Mattison too. So I kind of sort of think the under on that one is the right call. But yeah, there you go, man. So although I will say this, I just feel like Justin Jefferson is due for a huge game. Seattle's secondary still a lot left to be desired. And Justin Jefferson has been good, not great. I kind of sort of like KJ Osborne leads that team in receiving yards. Like, what's going on here? So, but I do like both primary pass catchers there for Minnesota and Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. I think both of them are going to have pretty big games. So yeah, so there you go, man. So like I said, man, I appreciate you guys jumping in. I'm going to get through some of my other game notes here if you guys don't mind. But yeah, if you guys have any fantasy questions whatsoever, throw them on the chat and I'll try to get to them as fast as I possibly can. But I'll give you some sneaky matchup plays that I really, really like. J.D. McKissick against Buffalo is one of my favorite plays. And you're saying, well, wait a second now. Buffalo's allowed the third fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position. They've got a tough defense. Why would you recommend playing J.D. McKissick? And for me, it all just comes down to whether or not they're going to be trailing. J.D. McKissick last year in losses, okay, averaged 6.1 receptions, 45 yards receiving per game. 45 yards total per game, but plus 6.1 receptions per game. Think about that. He averaged 6.1 receptions in losses. That's unbelievable. We're talking about a dude who's talking, what are we talking here? Double-digit fantasy points in PPR, just off the receiving work. And all three of his touchdowns last year came in losses, right? So he averaged 12.6 fantasy points per game, all in losses last year. In wins, he was not very good at all. And the thing is, I get it. It's tough to predict wins and losses in the NFL, but Buffalo comes into this ball game as a huge favorite. I believe they're a 9-point favorite in this ball game. Let me take a look at that real quick. Buffalo, where are you, Buffalo? Oh yeah, Buffalo, 9-point favorite in this one. And even though Washington is only projected to score 18 or 19 points, I think that J.D. McKissick does have a pretty good opportunity to really put on some PPR points. Now, if you got him in standard, forget about it, right? Like, who cares? Like, J.D. McKissick in standard is irrelevant. But in PPR, we've seen him go absolutely bonkers. And especially, again, no Fitzpatrick. We all know. No Fitzpatrick there. So I think we are going to see a few more checkdowns here. And I tell you what, if you're looking at like a rando starter in DFS, like you want to go tournament play, I think you could do a whole hell of a lot worse than J.D. McKissick, who's going for $5,200 on DraftKings. So yeah, I get it. The paper matchup doesn't look good because Buffalo's allowed the third fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position, but just in wins and losses, man, like give me J.D. McKissick all day long. How about Justin Fields against Cleveland? In Cleveland, I don't know. This one is tough, right? Because they're like, oh, Cleveland's given up the third most fantasy points per game to the quarterback position. Well, it's like, well, yeah, they saw Patrick Mahomes one of those 2 weeks, right? So clearly that's going to skew the numbers a little bit. That being said, I'll tell you what I do like about Justin Fields in this matchup, and it kind of sort of, plays into not so much the fantasy points allowed, but I actually think they're going to get a pretty decent pass rush against Justin Fields. And you're thinking, okay, well, if they're going to get the pass rush, why would I want to play Justin Fields? It's because of the legs. And as we know, rushing ability in fantasy football, it's a little bit of a cheat code, man. It's really unfair, to be honest with you. I almost wonder if Justin Fields is going to try to get out that pocket, evade that rush, scrambling for his life. But that right there is going to add to his fantasy production in this particular ball game. I do think they're going to get after Justin Fields. I do. I actually am a little bit more worried about Allen Robinson in this game more than anything else. Now, he might catch a couple long ones. And we know Justin Fields, man, he could sit back there and just throw absolute bombs, which is great. And so, yeah, Allen Robinson could get behind that defense at some point here, but I think he comes with a little bit of downside risk. And I know everyone's really excited to play Darnell Mooney too, and I understand. But man, you talk about a player that comes with a lot of downside risk, and Mooney's right there for you. So, you know what we did see in the preseason though, which I thought was a little bit interesting, was Justin Fields when he did get into a little bit of pressure, when he saw a little bit of heat, he checked it down. So if David Montgomery is going to do anything in this game, I will say this: I think he's going to have to do it in the passing game. That would be my thought with him there. But I don't know, man. Like I actually have David Montgomery in terms of my top fades too, because Cleveland, damn good at stopping the run. So we will see. But I kind of sort of think Justin Fields has sneaky upside because of the rushing ability in this game. What time is it, man? 7:50. Just by the way, just so you guys know, I'm in like a conference room. I'll just show you guys. I'm in a conference room. Okay, we're chilling. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for Directv Fantasy Zone. If you guys got Directv, and you guys get Red Zone, well, if you don't get Red Zone, what are you guys doing? Get Red Zone. Red Zone's amazing. But part of that Red Zone package, of course, on Directv channel 704, is that we show, it's called Fantasy Zone, and it's basically like Red Zone, except we show every single game, every single touchdown, just like Red Zone, except we then cover it from a fantasy perspective. And that's the show I've been on. This is season number 4 for me here, and I'll just say right now, man, it is hands down the best job that I've ever had because of the crew and the cast that I work with, man. So it's cool, man. Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude! Hype for Fantasy Zone. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Hype for Fantasy Zone. Let's do it, man. No, but man, it is. It's the best job that I've ever had in my entire life. It's been a lot of fun. And again, a lot of it just comes down to your coworkers. It really does. And listen, I'm not throwing shade on my former colleagues at any other place. I'm just saying this particular job has been great for me because they've allowed me to do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like whatever you want to do, just go do that, right? And in former other places, man, like you always had corporate people kind of just saying, hey, well, maybe we don't have the resources to do that. I don't know, does that fit in with the branding or whatever? And that just doesn't exist here. They trust me fully to do my thing, which is freaking awesome. Which is freaking awesome, bro. By the way, seeing some reports here now, right? That Kenny Gallaudet, and Thierry, I'm going to get to your question in just a second, but we're seeing some questions or seeing some reports now that Kenny Gallaudet might be limited with that hip injury. Remember, this is I don't want to say it's the same hip injury, but I think it's the same hip injury that put him on IR last year. But if he is limited this game against Atlanta, again, AJ Terrell down for Atlanta, if you're just joining us here. And by the way, they've just been, even if he's in there, they've just been getting gashed over the top, right? I actually kind of think that Darius Slayton actually is a decent sleeper here. Widely available across all formats. I'm not going to look up his rostership percentage, but widely available. And I think Slayton, if Gallaudet misses any time, Atlanta's just so beatable through the air, man. And I get it. Sterling Shepard's been freaking amazing. So if you've got Sterling Shepard, fire him straight up, no doubt. I actually kind of sort of like Evan Ingram as a sleeper too. Man, can I just tell you guys something, man? I'm in this crazy ass 14 team, $1,000 buy-in league, and Evan Ingram is available, and like. The one crazy thing about this league is you only get like 25 moves all season. So you have to treat every move like you have to love the move if you're making that move. By the way, I'm toasting that league, by the way. I'm in last place, and you guys are like, oh, you're in last place, bro? Dude, 14-team auction league, first week, I also drafted Brandon Nyuk, but I had Jerry Jeudy. He goes down. I invested in Ryan Fitzpatrick. He goes down. I invested in Raheem Mostert. He goes down. In a 14-team league, when you lose 3 starters week 1, I don't care. I don't care how good you are at fantasy, man. Like, you're done. You're done, bro. Okay, John Paul, I'm going to get to your question in just a second. Okay, so Tier Diaz, Hunt, Ayuk, Javonte Williams, or Cordero Patterson. I just got done singing the praises of Cordero, but just you could take him out. Kareem Hunt or Brandon Ayuk and Javonte. He's got a great matchup, and he's got a great game script too against the Jets. That one's intriguing. I don't know how you get away from Kareem Hunt. Oh man, it's supposed to be a super highest scoring game of the weekend. Kansas City at home, which is nice. And you know the other thing about Kansas City, I know this is going to sound weird. Like, how do these two things match up? But Kansas City's defense is down a bunch of starters too, and I just think that's going to help the Chargers pour it on in KC, and it's going to force Patrick Mahomes and company. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm tripping, bro. It's too early. It's like not even 8:00 in the. I'm talking about Kansas City, like Kareem Hunt's playing for Kansas City. Dude, what year am I in, dog? What year am I in? Oh my God, I am tripping. Kareem Hunt obviously plays in Cleveland. Oh my God, I just transported myself back to like 2016. Oh my God, what am I doing out here? Cleveland at home taking on Chicago. You know what, man? I need to take a timeout almost. Golly, 20-second timeout. Technical foul, man, bro. What am I? I'm tripping out here. But yeah, hey, listen, Kareem Hunt. I don't know how. Either way, I don't know how you get away from Kareem Hunt because great player, great system, and against Chicago, they're heavily favored, a 7-point favorite. So he's gonna, the running game's gonna get a lot of work in this ball game. So yeah, I want to love Brandon Ayuk. I do. How many skits have I done? How many bits have I done talking about freaking Brandon Ayuk? And against Green Bay, you're thinking, hey, listen, could be a shootout, and I get it, but he just comes with a lot of downside risk. Clark Schuyler, man, hey, what's going on, dude? I know we're going to see you on Fantasy Zone. I know you're going to be tuning in, bro. Appreciate you there. All right, man, let's see. John Paul, so Tier Diaz, dude, I don't know, man. I was on one for a second there. I'm talking about KC for what the hell? Oh man, bro. I don't know what's going on. John Paul, Shepard season, 100% Shepard season, dude. Sterling Shepard has been on one this season, and yeah, dude, he's looking nice. TRTS, I appreciate, man. Yeah. The creativity, bro. Yeah, man. It's been nice to flex these wings, bro. It's been nice to flex these creativity wings, bro. And they let me do it here on Directv Fantasy Zone. By the way, if you guys haven't seen Fantasy Zone, man, like find a way. Fantasy Zone is where it's at, brother. Like it's not. If you love fantasy, I think you like our channel better than Red Zone, and I love Red Zone channel. Let's see here. Start Baltimore or Arizona defense. Arizona's got Jacksonville. They're on the road though. Baltimore's got the better overall defense, and they're taking on Detroit. They're also on the road. But see, Detroit's got the better offense. I'm torn on that one. That's a good question. That's a super good question. You know what, man? Give me Baltimore. I think Jared Goff can turn it over a little bit more, and I think you have a little bit more scoring opportunity, I think, with Baltimore versus Jacksonville. Dude, can I be honest with you? I actually would not be surprised if Jacksonville makes that a very, very close game. I'm not full on committed to saying that they. Hey, what's up, James? Oh, okay, great. Cool. By the way, I just got my COVID test back. I'm good. I could drop into makeup at this point now. So yeah, so this stream's going to be going for another what? Man, where are we at right now? We're at 21 minutes. Okay, cool. I promised you guys 30 minutes, so I'll give you guys 30 minutes, man. So we got another 10 minutes to go here. But yeah, man, you know what? Give me Baltimore's defense against Detroit. I'm not calling an upset, but I'm kind of calling an upset. Jacksonville taking on Arizona. West Coast team traveling to the East Coast team playing an early game. And Arizona, I don't know. I think they're good, and obviously Kyler and all them are just playing lights out. Um, I don't know, man. Like I just got a crazy little feeling about it. So there you go. John Paul, let's see here. You got Henry, A-Rob Cooks. Oh, this is a trade question. Henry, A-Rob Cooks for Chubb, Cup, Lockett. Did I send too much? Oh, you got Chubb, Cup, and Lockett back, and you sent away Derrick Henry, A-Rob, and Brandon Cooks, I'm assuming. That's a monster trade, bro. Did you guys know Cooper Kupp right now is the highest scoring fantasy player in fantasy? It's crazy. He's got the most fantasy points of anyone, which is great. I don't want to say you sent over too much, but it's a good deal, man. I think that's a fair deal. But let's see. DJ Spar, what up, DJ? This is my producer. This is my guy, man. Like DJ Spar and I, man. This is what we do. He works on Fantasy Zone too, and he's my producer. And man, I can't tell you how critical it has been to have a sounding board and a muse like DJ kind of sort of like help me with this creative process. Anyways, PPR flex. Should I start JD McKissick even though Buffalo's only allowed 5 receptions to running backs this year? Is he a better option than Singletary? Yes, 100% better option than Singletary. 100% yes. You want to start JD McKissick over Devin Singletary. I'm not worried about. Again, we're 2 weeks into the season. And I get it. They've only allowed 5 receptions to running backs. Not worried about it. Let's start that. Let's get on that hype train early this morning. Have I missed any Dalvin Cook, Madison chat? You have, and I would just say this for anyone joining the stream: if you have Alexander Madison, you're playing him. I don't care who you've got, unless you're in a 10-team league. If you're in any semi-respectable league where you've got 12 or 14 teams or whatever, semi-respectable depth at benches, you're playing Madison. You are absolutely playing Madison. I don't care what's going on there. It doesn't sound like Dalvin Cook's going to go. He missed practice all week. And it sounds like they want to protect him for future weeks as well. So if you have Madison, 100% go there. Clark Schuyler saying, what do you think about Cortland Sutton versus Zach Paschal? I get it, man. I understand. You're thinking about game script, but bro, you're getting too far ahead of yourself. You're getting way too far ahead of yourself. Cortland Sutton saw double-digit targets last week, dude. He's seen all the air yards in Denver's passing attack. So yeah, no. You're gonna play. You're playing Cortland Sutton. Don't overthink this one. I get it. Zach Paschal's been productive. Blah 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 blah. Double ankle problems. Coming off of a foot surgery for Carson Wentz, I'm not trusting that passing attack. Now, that being said, I get it. Tennessee's secondary has been absolutely ravaged. And I just think from a volume standpoint, I'm going to trust Michael Pittman because the Pittman play against Tennessee is independent of Carson Wentz because I don't care who's in there. It could be Jacob Eason. It could be Carson Wentz. I don't care. It could be Brett Hundley. But I think Michael Pittman is going to see a ton of targets against the secondary that's bad. They are bad, boy. Boy, they are bad. So, yeah, that's why I'm playing Michael Pittman no matter what. But Zach Paschal, I think, if you're compared to Cortland Sutton, you're playing Cortland Sutton, bro. So there you go. DJ Spar, all love, man. Yeah, no, I feel that, bro. Okay. But Inglorious P. James Robinson or OBJ? Ooh, I feel like Robinson's floor. OBJ is just coming back. Is he going to be on? Man, it's PPR. Man, is he going to be on some kind of snap count limitation, bro? For OBJ, I'm talking about. I don't know. You know what, man? Let me chase that upside. I don't care. Screw it. And the one thing I will say too, it's Chicago's got one great secondary piece in Jalen Johnson. I love Jalen Johnson. He's just been nice. He's been nice these last couple of seasons. But I think they can be beat on the other side. So for me, I would say OBJ only because I'm going to chase the upside. And I think Robinson's the floor play. So again, it all goes back to what you want. If you want a floor play, I like James Robinson. If you want an upside play, I would say give me OBJ. The other thing about Robinson too, I actually thinking about that floor. If they get down big, and again, I know I just said Jacksonville maybe pulling off an upset, but if they don't, and Arizona jumps out to a big lead, and they're having to play catch up, how much is James Robinson going to be on the field? So, yeah, screw it. Go. Let's live a little. Let's go OBJ, man. Khaled. I love your music, DJ. No, I'm just kidding. Sony Michelle, KJ Osborne, Sony Michelle. Daryl Henderson's not expected to play. Um, and I understand Tampa Bay is one of the 2 or 3 toughest run defenses in the NFL. So I understand the hesitation there. But just from a pure volume standpoint, I don't know how you get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like Sony Michelle is going to get all of the touches. And yeah, they're not going to be efficient. As a matter of, let's just say like, I don't know, like 13 carries for like 30 yards, but he might get 5 receptions for another 32. You know what I'm saying? And I think too, I actually think that this game might be a little bit of a shootout. And because of that, you want that starting running back because then you're exposed at least to more touchdown upside. So Sony Michelle, pretty easy call, I think, for me there. LDR, Pittman or Emmanuel Sanders. I'm going Pittman. Like, I loved what we saw from Michael Pittman last week. It's a bummer that Carson Wentz got hurt, but Pittman was beating guys deep, middle, and short. I just think Pittman, I don't care who's back there slinging the rock for Indianapolis. I just think that they're going to get it going against the Tennessee secondary that I think is just bad. And Emmanuel Sanders, by the way, first of all, come on, guys. Like, have you guys been listening to anything I've been saying this all? I love Emmanuel Sanders. He's a pro's pro. He's a perfect fit for what they want to get done there in Buffalo. But that being said, I think he's kind of sort of like the third option there in Buffalo. So I don't know. That one could come back to bite me, man. But I just think too, like they're going to be up. They're going to be up, I think, considerably against Washington, and I just wonder if they kind of sort of take the air out of the ball just a little bit. I think it's going to be a great game for Stephon Diggs in this one, by the way. John Paul, is this the week Kyle Pitts breaks out? Yes. Yeah, it is. Against that Giants D, 100%. Kyle Pitts all day long. By the way, the other one in that one, who am I thinking of? It escaped me. I had a sleeper in that one. I can't remember for the life of me, man. Anakin Slade's up. Anakin Slade, bro. You in the chat's my dog. I love this. Hey, love the show as always, my dude. Chase Claypool or Rondale Moore. My guy, if you are not playing Chase Claypool, you're not doing it right. Chase Claypool is the dude. Deontay Johnson out in Pittsburgh, and when he is out, man, like it's Claypool all day long. I understand the Rondale Moore thing, and he's saying if D-Hop is out, I think D-Hop's going to play. I know he didn't practice all week, but he's done this before, D-Hop, where he hasn't practiced all week and has played. He's one of the toughest dudes that you're going to find in the NFL. I think he's going to play. So for me, and it's full PPR, like Chase Claypool all day. Oh my God, all day long. I'm going Chase Claypool, man. All right, we are almost out of time, bro, but I'm going to get to as many of these questions as possible. CH Chung, DeAndre Hopkins or Pittman? Will the ribs hold up? Jacksonville, a great matchup otherwise. Yeah, no. I know. Like, just go D-Hop. The thing is, you're going to hate yourself. And again, if he's not a go, I take that back, obviously, but you're going to hate yourself, bro. You're going to hate yourself if D-Hop has a D-Hop game against Jacksonville. And obviously Jacksonville secondary, again, probably one of the 2 worst in the NFL. They probably have one of the 2 worst defenses in the NFL, to be honest with you. But man, I get it. I love Pittman, and I just got done extolling his virtues. But you can't sit DeAndre Hopkins, man. Scorpion, Javonte Williams or Tyson Williams? Give me Javonte. They're like almost a 2-touchdown favorite in this ball game, and they might build up a nice little lead. And if that's the case, Javonte only needs 1 carry to go to the cribbo. You know what I mean? So give me Javonte in that one. I get what you're saying with Tyson Williams too, but I almost wonder, is Latavius Murray overtaking that backfield? I know Tyson Tyson had more juice, and he's got more juice than Latavius, but sometimes, man, coaching staffs, they kind of trust the wily veteran. So I don't know, man. That one might be it. All right, last question here. Where do I go? Actually, I'm going to get to that one, but here's this one from Error Score. Start Gibson or Marvin Jones in flex full PPR. Ooh. Washington is almost a double-digit dog to Buffalo, and it's a terrible game script for Antonio Gibson. And Marvin Jones in a potential catch-up, hurry-up, maybe even a shootout there against Arizona. Full PPR, I think because it's full PPR, I'm going to say Marvin Jones. Although, obviously, you guys know, okay, it's all about what you're going for, all right? Is Gibson is the floor play. Gibson's the floor play. Marvin Jones, if you're chasing that upside. And I feel really confident in that one as well, too, man. Clark, I will give Queen Lindsay your best. Don't let Guru make up any more nicknames. I hear you, man. Scorpion's all good, brother. Appreciate you jumping into the chat. Annika Slade, come on, Mapletron, let's go, baby. Pats D or Ramsey. This is the last question, y'all, and I gotta jump. I gotta get ready for the show. Pats D or Rams D. Well, it's not Rams. Well, I hear what you're saying, right? Because you're thinking Rams D. You've got Aaron Donald, you've got Jalen Ramsey. They're going to be playing at home, which is always nice if you've got a defense. But I don't know how you play him against Tampa Bay. How do you play him against Tampa Bay, bro? Like, oh my gosh, Tom Brady is cooking right now. He's cooking, bro. So no, it's not Rams D for me. It's Pats D all day long, man. Oh, dude, you're joining us from Australia, bro. 1 a.m. right now. That's some NFL dedication, boy. That is some NFL dedication. I love it. Hey, listen, y'all. Hey, peace and love to everybody out there, man. If you guys want to find me on Twitter at JamesDeco. If you're not subscribed, can y'all do me a favor? Please subscribe, man. I'm trying to get my subscriptions up, boy. Come on, help me out. Help brother out. Subscribe to my channel, man. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Dude, if you guys just jumped into the chat, man, I apologize, man. But I got a jet, man. I got to get ready for this DirecTV show. Fantasy Zone on DirecTV channel 704. Go check us out. It's the best fantasy show on the planet, boy. It's the best fantasy show on the planet. Let's go. So I will see you guys on there. If you guys miss me, find me on Twitter. I'll try to get to as many of your questions as possible. But for right now, man,